Long ago, on a wild green planet called Viridia, far from Earth, a man named Cole lived alone. He wasn't a soldier, not a scientist, just a simple human farmer. He came to Viridia to escape war and noise. He wanted peace. He found it deep inside. A valley where birds sang and trees danced in the wind. The soil was soft. The air smelled like honey. He planted fruits, vegetables, and herbs. But in one small corner of his land, something strange grew. A tree. It wasn't from Earth. It grew by itself, glowing in the moonlight, its roots buried in purple moss. It had only one kind of fruit, red, golden, soft, and glowing like fire trapped in glass. Cole never ate it. He didn't dare. He once saw a squirrel nibble a piece. The little thing froze, shook, and ran away screaming like it had seen a ghost. He called it the lust fruit. He didn't know why. The name just came to him. The fruit gave off a feeling warm, sweet, tempting. Cole built a small fence around it. He left it alone for 3 years. No one came. Until one night, it was dark and raining. Cole was inside his small wood cabin, sharpening a tool, when he heard a soft knock, then another. He opened the door and froze. Standing outside was a woman, but not a human. Her skin was violet blue, glowing in the rain. Her eyes were silver like moonlight. She wore no armor, no weapon. Her long hair was wet, sticking to her shoulders. She was shivering. Cole stared. The woman looked weak, hungry, and scared. "Please," she said in a voice that was soft but full of pain, "do you have the fruit?" Cole blinked. "The fruit," she nodded. "The one your tree gives. The lust fruit." "How do you know about that?" he asked, stepping back. She didn't answer. Instead, she fell to her knees, placing both hands on the muddy floor. "I beg you," she whispered, trembling. "Even one is enough. I can offer anything. My body, my breath, my service. Anything. Just, please." Cole was shocked. "No," he said quickly. "You don't need to give me anything. Just tell me, what is it? What does the fruit do?" The alien woman looked up, her silver eyes full of sadness. "It awakens what is broken," she said. "It heals the soul and the womb. It is sacred to my people, and we are dying." Cole gave her his old blanket and helped her inside. He placed hot tea in her hands. She thanked him quietly. "My name is Severa," she said. "I come from the Volari race. I flew for 12 days through dust storms and electric winds. I heard whispers from smugglers that a human on Viridia grew the fruit. I didn't believe it, but I had to come." Cole sat down slowly. "Why you?" he asked. Severa placed a hand over her belly. "I lost 2 children," she said, voice cracking. "Now my sisters are dying. Our bloodline is fading. The lust fruit, it is not food, it is life." Cole stayed quiet for a long moment. Then he stood up. "Come," he said. "Let me show you the tree." The rain had stopped. The sky was silver with starlight. Cole led Severa past the gardens and down to the fence where the glowing tree stood. The fruits shimmered like lanterns. Severa gasped softly. Her body trembled. "It's real," she whispered. "It's truly real." Cole nodded. "You can take one. Just one." She walked slowly, like approaching a god. She touched the bark, closed her eyes, and whispered a song in her language. Then, with gentle hands, she picked one fruit. She brought it to her lips, bit into it, and glowed. It wasn't fire. It wasn't magic. But something inside Severa changed. Her hair lifted, her skin shimmered like fresh snow. A light shot from her chest, then faded. She fell to her knees, tears on her cheeks. "It's working," she said softly. "The pain, it's gone." Cole stood there, stunned. He had no idea what kind of power he had been living next to, and he had no idea that this was just the beginning, because Savara was not alone. More were coming. Some would beg, some would fight, and some would offer more than gold in return. Savara stayed on her knees, breathing softly in the cool night air. The glow of the fruit still lingered on her lips. Her violet skin now had a gentle shine, as if light came from inside her. The rain had stopped, but Cole could feel something heavy in the air, something strange, like a storm still waiting to arrive. She looked up at him. That one bite, she whispered, was more than food. It was a calling. Cole didn't understand. He folded his arms and leaned against the tree, watching her closely. "You said it heals," he said. "But it felt like more than that." Savara nodded. "It does more than heal the body. It speaks to the soul. The lust fruit doesn't grow just anywhere. It only appears when a soul like yours calls it." Cole frowned. "A soul like mine." She stood up slowly, using the tree trunk for support. Her movements were smoother now, stronger, less pain. "You are kind," she said, "and the tree knows it." They returned to the cabin. Savara sat near the fire while Cole handed her a dry towel and another cup of tea. She stared into the flames. Her long fingers wrapped around the cup like it was a treasure. "You're not the first visitor I've had," Cole said, "but you're the first one who knew about that tree." "How?" She stayed silent for a moment, then spoke softly. "Long ago, the lust tree grew on our homeworld Valara Prime, but it vanished after the wars. Our healers said it would never return. Let someone pure, someone alone but strong, brought it back. A human like you. We searched for years, following stories, shadows, dreams." Cole looked into the fire. "And now it's here," Savara said, "and others will come. I sent a message before I left. If they hear it, they'll follow. Some will ask, some will demand. Others won't ask at all." Cole stood up slowly. "So you're telling me a bunch of aliens are coming? Here, for my tree." She nodded, "For a single bite. Just like me." The next morning came fast. Cole barely slept. The sky turned golden orange as the sun climbed over the green hills. He stepped outside with his old shotgun hanging from his shoulder. Not to fire. Just in case, Savara was already outside. She stood barefoot in the grass, eyes closed, arms raised toward the sky. Her long hair flowed with the breeze. She looked calm, beautiful, powerful. Cole walked over. "You okay?" she asked. "Yes," she said softly. "I feel new. I haven't felt this way in years." Cole looked around the quiet valley. "I don't know if I'm ready for more visitors." Savara turned to him. "You won't be ready. But it won't matter." That night, more lights appeared in the sky. 3 of them, fast, bright, silent, ships. Cole grabbed his flashlight and stood near the fence around the lust tree. His heart pounded. Savara joined him. "They've come," she said. "My sisters." The ships landed not far from the orchard. Out stepped 3 alien women, each different, but all beautiful and tall, with glowing marks on their skin. Their clothes were soft, shining like silk, and their faces showed hunger, but not for food. They walked slowly, hands raised, no weapons. Savara stepped forward and spoke in her own language. The women listened. One of them, with green gold eyes and black hair tied in a high braid, looked directly at Cole. "You are the human?" she asked, in slow, careful English. Cole nodded. "Yeah, name's Cole." She walked forward. "My name is Varasha. I flew across 5 systems to find the tree." She knelt. So did the other 2, and just like Savara, they placed their hands on the dirt. "We don't come for war," Varasha said. "We come for life, for one bite. That's all." Cole looked at them, unsure. "And what do you offer in return?" Varasha smiled. "Not gold, not machines, but knowledge. Our stories, our skills, our time, and if you ask for more, we are willing." Cole didn't know what to say. He looked at the glowing fruit on the tree, so small, so simple, but it had brought women across galaxies to his door, and this was just the beginning. That night, 4 alien women sat in his small cabin, sharing stories by firelight. They told him how the fruit could cure rare diseases, awaken lost memories, and even restore fertility to dying bloodlines. One of them, shy and quiet, whispered, "In our world, it is said, a man who grows the lust fruit becomes a legend." Cole chuckled. "I've just wanted some tomatoes and potatoes." They laughed, warmly, gently, but under that warmth, something deeper moved. Desire, hope, mystery. Cole didn't know it yet. But more ships were already on the way, and not everyone came in peace. The next morning, Cole found himself standing in front of his cabin, staring at the tree that had changed everything. For alien women now walked freely in his orchard. They moved with grace and quiet joy, touching the grass, watching the birds, and breathing deeply as if the land itself was healing them. But Cole wasn't relaxed. His hands were in his pockets, and his thoughts were spinning. Savara came beside him, her steps light. "They're thankful," she said. "I see that," Cole replied. "But what happens when more come? What if they want to take the tree?" Savara looked at him carefully. "You fear the wrong thing. The danger won't come from those who want the tree. It will come from those who want you." Cole turned. "Me," she nodded. "You're the grower. The bond is with you. You don't just own the tree. You are part of it." Later that day, one of the new arrivals, Varasha, walked up to Cole while he chopped firewood. She was tall, with golden markings along her arms and short silver hair. Her voice was soft, but her eyes sharp. "I would like to offer a trade," she said. Cole paused, wiping sweat from his brow. "I don't want gold." "I know," she said. "You said that last night." Varasha held out a small silver cube. "This contains the entire medical history of my people. Every cure, every disease, every treatment we've known. It's not gold, but it's priceless." Cole stared at it. "You're giving this to me for one fruit." Varasha smiled. "No, I offer this to you because you gave without asking. But we will still need more fruit soon. Our people are gathering." Cole looked toward the tree, its branches swaying gently. "This is going to get bigger than I thought." "Yes," she said. "Much bigger." That night, another ship arrived, but this one was different. It was black, silent, sharp like a blade. Cole stood outside with his shotgun, slung over his shoulder. Savara stood beside him. The others gathered behind her. A new alien woman stepped out of the ship. She was older. Her skin was pure white with glowing red lines. Her eyes were deep black, like the void between stars. She didn't bow. She didn't smile. She looked at Cole like he was an animal in a cage. "You are the farmer," she said. "Name's Cole," he replied. "And yeah, this is my place." The woman stepped forward slowly. "I am Gerald, High Seeker of the Imperial Line. I come with a proposal." Cole frowned. "A proposal?" She nodded. "You will give me the tree. In return, I will make you rich beyond thought. I can bring ships, cities, even planets under your name." Cole's jaw tightened. "I'm not interested in owning planets." "Then, what do you want?" Gerald asked, her voice cold. Cole didn't answer. Savara stepped in front of him. "He doesn't want your empire. And the tree is not yours to take." Gerald stared at her. "You speak for him?" "No," Savara replied. "He speaks for himself. Gerald's face remained still. Then she looked at Cole again. You are powerful, even if you do not understand it. That tree will bring armies. I gave you a peaceful choice. Next time, I may not. She turned and walked back to her ship. It rose into the sky and vanished into the stars. That night, the fire in Cole's cabin burned low. The alien women sat in silence. Even the joy of the fruit's magic could not hide the tension. They will come in force, Varasha whispered, and they will not ask next time. Cole sighed. So what am I supposed to do? Fight an alien empire with a shovel? Savara looked at him. No, she said. You protect the tree with your spirit. That's why it chose you.
Yes.
Why we offer more than gold. She stood and walked toward him. Her hand gently touched his chest. We offer loyalty, protection, even love. Cole looked at her hand, then into her silver eyes. I never asked for any of this. Ate, he said softly. No one ever does, she replied. The door creaked open. Another woman entered, this one younger, her skin a glowing green with soft freckles and wide eyes. She held something small in her hands. It was a flower, one that had bloomed beneath the lust tree. I found this, she said, smiling shyly. It's new. Maybe it wants to spread. Cole took the flower carefully. It was warm, alive, and he realized something. Then this was no longer just about a fruit. It was about a connection between worlds, and it had started. With one bite, days passed. The lust tree grew brighter. The orchard no longer felt quiet. It felt. Watch Toll noticed it first. Small things. Birds stopped singing in the mornings. Shadows moved near the edge of the forest. Even the wind felt different, as if holding its breath. One morning, Savara woke him early. There's a ship, she said, but it's not like the others. Cole grabbed his binoculars and stepped outside. Above the hills, a large vessel hovered silently. It was gray, thick like a tank, and it wasn't landing. It was scanning. They're looking for something, Cole said. They're looking for you, Varasha added, appearing behind him. You and the tree. Within an hour, 2 smaller dropships landed near the edge of Cole's orchard, armed. Soldiers stepped out, Talians, not human. They wore black armor, their faces hidden under glowing red visors. On their chests was a mark, 3 jagged lines curved like claws. Savara whispered, the Draken Syndicate. Who are they? Cole asked. Warlords, they don't believe in trading. They take. The soldiers marched forward. One held up a voice device, human farmer, it said. This land is now claimed by Dracone law. Turn over the lust tree and any alien women in your company. Do so peacefully, and your life will be spared. Cole gritted his teeth. Varasha stepped forward. You dare speak of law? This land is bonded to the grower. The soldier raised his weapon, and we will unbind it. Savara touched Cole's arm. They will kill to take the tree. Then we don't let them, Cole said. Cole never wanted war. But now, war had arrived. He ran to his tool shed. There were no high-tech guns, no shields. Just old earth tools, a shovel, rope, gas-powered sprayer, and a hunting rifle with 3 bullets. Not much, but Cole wasn't alone. The alien women stood beside him, and they had their own ways. The first attack came at sunset. 3 soldiers rushed toward the tree with energy blades, but Varasha moved faster. She spun through the air, using her sharp staff. Her body glowed with light. She struck one in the chest, his armor shattered like glass. The other 2 fell back. Savara raised her hands. Vines from the earth twisted up and wrapped the legs of the enemies. They screamed and fell. Cole fired 1 bullet, taking down a 4th. But it wasn't enough. more soldiers dropped. A second wave, 10, 20, 30. The orchard turned into a battlefield. Cole ran to the lust tree, guarding its trunk. Fruit glowed above him like stars trapped in branches. A soldier aimed a blaster at him until a sudden blur knocked it aside. It was Elira, the youngest of the alien women. She moved like light, using sound and illusion. One moment she was there, the next she vanished. The soldier turned in circles. Confused, then dropped as her hand struck his neck. They fought all night, but the tree never fell by morning. The orchard was filled with broken weapons and scorched. Earth-dot smoke rose in the distance. The Drake and soldiers had retreated, but this wasn't victory, it was a warning. Cole sat on the porch, tired and bleeding from a cut on his arm. Savara patched him up silently. "You're lucky," she said. "That wasn't their full force." "I figured," Cole muttered. Varasha stood nearby, her armor scratched and her face bruised. "They'll be back. With ships, with fire." Cole nodded. "Then I need to decide something." The women looked at him. "I'm not just a farmer anymore," he said. "I'm the keeper of something bigger than me. If I run, they'll take it. If I fight alone, I'll lose." He looked at them. "But with you, maybe we have a chance." The alien women gathered around him. One by one, they placed their hands on his shoulder, chest, or arm. "We are yours," Savara said. "For as long as you stand, so will we," Varasha added. "I will protect the fruit," Elira whispered, "and the one who grows it." Cole closed his eyes. He had planted seeds in the soil. Now he had planted trust in hearts, and both had grown into something worth defending, far above the planet, in the cold silence of space. A message was sent, a bounty, a warning. "Has the lust tree, take him alive. The women are optional." Dozens of ships lit up in the black sky. The galaxy had taken notice. The war wasn't over. It had just begun. Smoke still curled over the hills of Cole's orchard. The battlefield was quiet now. Broken weapons lay half buried in the dirt. Strange black blood had dried in the grass. The lust tree stood tall, untouched, glowing faintly in the rising morning light. Cole walked slowly around the edge of his farm. His boots were heavy, his eyes red from smoke and little sleep. He'd fought for his land before, but this was different. This time, he'd fought for life, not just his own, but for others. Too, for alien women who called him grower, for a tree that chose him, for something he still didn't fully understand. Later that day, most of the alien women left. They needed to go back to their homeworlds, to tell others the fruit was real, to bring supplies, to heal, but one woman stayed. Sivara. She stood on the hill near the tree, watching it silently. The wind played with her silver hair. Her eyes didn't blink much. She looked like a statue carved from starlight. Cole approached her with 2 mugs of tea. "You're the only one who didn't leave," he said softly. "I couldn't," she replied, taking the mug. "Why not?" She looked at him, eyes glowing. "Because you still don't know the truth." They sat on the porch under the fading sunlight. Sivara held the tea but didn't drink. She was quiet for a long time. Cole didn't push her. Finally, she spoke. "The lust tree didn't grow here by accident." Cole tilted his head. "What do you mean?" "It didn't fall from a ship. It wasn't carried by wind. It grew here because of you." "Because of me," Savara nodded. "The tree responds to something deeper than soil or water. It listens to the heart of the one who plants, or, in your case, the one who cares." Cole sat back. He thought about the day he first saw the glowing seed. It had appeared in his soil right after he helped a sick forest creature near the river. He hadn't thought much of it back then. It's just a strange plant. Savara continued, her voice softer now. Long ago, the lust tree was sacred. It connected. People healed wounds not just in the body, but in the spirit. But then, it was abused. Wars started over it. Armies burned planets just to have it. Cole nodded slowly. That's what the Draken want. Yes, she said. But it's more than that. They want control. They believe the grower becomes the guardian. And the guardian holds power to awaken what is lost. Cole frowned. Awaken what? Savara touched her chest. Awaken love, memory, even souls from beyond. Cole stayed quiet. Savara turned her eyes to the stars. I never told you the full reason I came here. She said, I thought it was for the fruit. She shook her head gently. That's what I told myself. But the truth is, I was dying inside. Not my body, my spirit. She looked at him now. When I saw you, so alone, yet kind, I felt something stir. And when I ate the fruit, it wasn't just my body that healed. It was something else. Cole felt her words deep in his chest. Not just romantic words, but real, raw, true. That night, they walked together through the orchard. Savara ran her fingers along the glowing bark of the lust tree. I stayed, I said softly, because I was afraid. Afraid of what? Cole asked that I'd never feel this again. This peace, this safety, this connection. She turned to him, and afraid that once the others knew the full truth, they'd stop seeing you as a man and start seeing you as a key. Key to what? To rebirth, she whispered. To rebuilding everything we lost. And some will want to use you. Even love can become dangerous. When it turns to obsession, Cole looked up at the tree. It shimmered brighter now, as if listening, as if agreeing. I never wanted this, he said. I know, she replied. But it wanted you. They stood in silence. Then Savara took his hand and placed something inside it. A small glowing seed. What is this? He asked. A second tree, she said, planted only by choice. It will grow where your heart tells it to. Cole stared at the seed and realized this wasn't just a fight to protect what he had. It was a chance to grow something new, something bigger, far away. In deep space, the Dracon were planning their return. But deep below Cole's soil, a second seed began to glow, and the war was no longer just about fruit. It was about who the grower would become. The valley was quiet again, too quiet. Cole stood near the lust tree, the second glowing seed still in his hand. He hadn't planted it yet, not because he didn't want to, but because he didn't know where, or when, or if it was even safe. Savara stayed close, always alert now. She walked with one hand resting lightly on her curved blade, her eyes watching the sky, because both of them knew. Silence didn't mean peace. It meant something worse, waiting too. Days later, the sky broke open. Not one ship, not 10, but hundreds. Metal giants drifted into Viridia's orbit like dark moons. They blocked the stars, casting shadows across the orchard. And this time, they didn't send soldiers. They sent a diplomat. He arrived in a silver capsule, landing without noise in the middle of Cole's field. The grass didn't even bend. The door opened and out stepped a tall male alien in black robes. His face was painted gold, and his eyes glowed green like poison. I am Valzeth, voice of the Draken High Circle, he said coldly. We are here for the tree. Cole stood with Savara and 3 of the returning alien women, Illyra, Varasha, and the quiet green-skinned one, Neely, had come back after feeling a shift in the fruit's energy. Cole didn't step forward. I'm not giving you the fruit, he said. Valzeth gave a thin smile. We don't want the fruit. He pointed at the lust tree with one long silver finger. We want the source. The tree itself. Roots, bark, all of it. Savara's eyes narrowed. You want to remove it? Valzath nodded. It no longer belongs here. Cole stepped forward now, anger in his chest. This tree grew here because I cared. It chose this land. It chose me. Exactly, Valzath said. That's why we want you to. The words felt like ice. You want me? Cole asked. Valzath smiled wider now. You bonded with it. That bond cannot be cut, so we will take you and the tree and plant both where we can control them. Savara moved between them, blade drawn. You will not touch him. Varasha joined her. We have already shed blood for this tree. We will not stop. Valzath sighed. You misunderstand. This is not a war. This is a harvest. He turned back toward his capsule. If you do not give us the tree freely, we will take the entire valley. The choice is yours. That night, Cole walked through his fields. He saw stars above, but he knew they were ships. Dozens of them. Sivarr. Art walked beside him. What will you do? She asked. Cole looked at the second seed in his hand. I'll plant it. Now? She asked, surprised. Not here, he said. Somewhere they can't find it. Somewhere they can't reach. She touched his arm. That's dangerous. He looked at her. Not more dangerous than letting them take this tree. By dawn, he had packed a small bag. No weapons. Just seeds, food. Tools and the second lust seed in a special pouch. Savara met him at the barn. You can't go alone, she said. I have to, he replied. If they take this tree, we still have a chance. But only if I protect the second. She looked at him with emotion in her silver eyes. You might never come back. He smiled weakly. Neither did the first grower. Right. Before leaving, he walked to the lust tree. Its glow pulsed slowly, almost like a heartbeat. He placed a hand on the bark. I'm sorry, he whispered. I couldn't stop them, but I'll plant your child far away and keep your legacy alive. The tree glowed brighter for a moment, as if understanding. Then dimmed. Cole turned away and disappeared into the jungle. That same hour, returned with soldiers, hundreds of them, machines, weapons, harvesting units. They wrapped the lust tree in chains of energy and tried to lift it. But the tree didn't move. Its roots pulsed with glowing light. And then something strange happened. The tree screamed. Not a sound, but a wave. A pulse that shook the valley. Birds flew away. Wind slammed the ground. The alien machines sparked and failed. The ground cracked open and from beneath the roots. Ancient vines burst forth, wrapping the attackers in glowing tendrils. It wasn't just a tree, it was alive, and it was angry. Far away. Cole felt it too. He stopped walking and looked back. The jungle glowed faintly behind him. He knew then. This fight wasn't just about fruit or trees, it was about spirit. The lust tree had awakened, and now it would decide who is worthy and who would be burned. Days passed. Cole didn't know how far he had traveled. The jungle grew thicker. The sky above faded under green leaves. Birds sang in languages he couldn't understand. Strange plants watched him move. The planet felt alive in every step, every breath, and still, in his pocket, the second seed pulsed with a warm, gentle glow. It was waiting. Waiting for a home. Waiting for the right place. Waiting for his decision behind him. The lust tree still fought. Cole had left it behind, but not abandoned it. Savara and the others were still there. Holding the valley, and the tree itself had awakened. It had roots older than memory, and a spirit deeper than science. It would defend itself even if it burned everything around it. But Cole, he was the last plan, the grower of the next tree. One morning, Cole stepped into a quiet clearing. Light poured in from the top like gold rain. The ground was soft and untouched, and, in the middle of the clearing, a small stream flowed, calm and clear. He knelt by it, and for the first time since all this began, he cried. Not because of fear, not because of pain, but because he had finally found the place here. The second tree would grow. He took the glowing seed from the pouch, held it to his chest. "Grow strong," he whispered, "and choose wisely." Then, with both hands, he pressed it into the soil, and the earth pulsed beneath him. The moment he touched the ground, vines crawled up his arms. Soft, not harmful. They wrapped his hands and his back. His mind flashed with light and memory images. Of the first tree, of Savara, of laughter, of war, of pain, of hope. The seed accepted him and began to grow. But he was not alone behind him. Footsteps, light, familiar. He turned quickly and froze. Sci-Fi. She stood at the edge of the clearing. Her armor was cracked. Her hair was messy, her eyes tired, but she was smiling. "You came all this way?" he asked. She nodded. The tree held off the Dracon, but it burned too much. It's sleeping now. The others are guarding it. I followed you because I had to know where the future begins. She stepped closer and saw the seed now blooming, its roots already spreading under the ground. "This one is brighter," she whispered. "It feels different," Cole replied. "More alive." They both knelt beside it, not speaking, only watching. Savara turned to him. "There's one fruit left on the first tree," she said quietly. "We saved it, kept it from the harvesters." Cole raised an eyebrow. "Why bring it to me?" She reached into her pack, and gently she took out a single glowing fruit, gold, soft and perfect. "I want you to have it," she said. "The last fruit belongs to the grower." Cole took it with both hands. It pulsed in his palms. Then he smiled and handed it back to her. Savara stared at him. "Why?" she whispered. "Because I didn't grow it for myself," Cole said. "I grew it for life, for someone who needed it." She held the fruit close to her heart, her eyes filled with tears, not of pain, but something deeper. "Gratitude. Love, you give like no one else," she said. "That's why the tree chose you." She took a bite, and everything around them changed. The sky shimmered. The ground glowed. The vines around the seed pulsed with new energy, and Savara, her body lit up with golden light. Her scars vanished. Her skin turned smooth again. But more than her body changed, her voice echoed. Her form grew. Wings of light spread from her back, brief, beautiful, and blinding. She was no longer just Savara. She was the voice of the new tree, chosen by the seed. Cole stepped back, amazed. "Savara?" She smiled. Her voice was soft, but powerful now. "You gave the last fruit without asking for anything. That was the final test. The tree has accepted me, but only because you gave first." Then she walked to him, held both his hands. "I cannot return to my world. I am part of this place now, part of the seed. But I don't want to live forever alone." Cole's voice cracked. "What are you saying?" "I am offering you more than fruit," she whispered. "I offer you forever. If you want it, if you'll stay." Cole looked into her glowing eyes and nodded. "I'll stay." Years passed. The second tree grew tall, strong, full of fruit and light. Travelers came from across the galaxy, not to steal, not to buy, but to learn, to sit beneath the tree, to understand what it meant to give without greed. And at the heart of it all, a man and a woman, a grower and the one he gave everything to. Together, they built a new beginning, one not made of gold, but of trust, love, and roots deeper than time itself.